Sawadee krap. I'm Jackie from China. It's not very useful. As a designer, we often use paper to draw sketch and drawings. The machine-made paper make our daily more convenient. This is handmade Xuan paper. Chinese is Xuanzhi. It is an important material for calligraphy and paintings, but now Xuanzhi is gradually forgotten by everyone because its impact from the industrial and simply the lack of the influence it plays in our life. This is Wuxi village, located in eastern China. It is an important birthplace of Chinese Xuanzhi, dating back to the Tang Dynasty with about 1,000 years of heritage. The craftsmen in Wuxi village stick to the traditional steps of making Xuanzhi. Day after day, they boast the quality and spirit of Xuan paper. This is Wu Tianming, a Xuanzhi craftsman from Wuxi village. He is 58 years old and has been doing this craft for 40 years when he was only 18 years old. Making Xuanzhi is a main way for Wu Tianming's family to earn a living, and he learned the craft from his father and has become highly skilled. His hand had changed shape from being in water. The work is very, very hard, but he is very proud and dry because this is the culture and skill passed down from his ancestors. 1990s were the best time for Chinese Xuanzhi. As calligraphy and paintings become more popular, the need of Xuanzhi increased. And handmade Xuanzhi is unique and durable. Wuxi village produces about 10,000 pieces of Xuanzhi each day at a time. And this makes the local villagers even more determined to the craft. But however, starting from 2010, mechanized paper became widespread, with low cost and high output. Large factories demonstrate the Xuanzhi market. So handmade Xuanzhi was gradually replaced because it takes so long to make and being forgotten by everyone. So this shift left the half of the 20 workshops in Wuxi village closed down in just 1 year. The craftsmen lose their job and force up to live up their livelihoods. Face the double crisis of lose the craft and unemployment, Wu Tianming, like other craftsmen, chose to give up his handicraft and walk away from home to merely to earn a living. As a result, his child has become a left-behind child, and the traditional paper-making craft was threatened with being completely lost. This is Wu Tianming's workshop, which has been closed down for many years. In the past, the workshop is surviving, but now it's in great ruins. As a designer, when I come here, I was wondering if we could bring in new life, revive the craft, and improve the life of villagers and raise awareness of it. Fortunately, recent years, the government has paid increasing attention of this craft, which is in danger. And in 2025, a Xuan History Museum was built in Wuxi village and attract many tourists come here every year. So I think this is an opportunity to revitalize the craft. This is a museum, a more macroscopic and more the narrative space, but museums are often cold and distant. Next to the museum is Wu Tianming's workshop. I think it is a more local and macroscopic space. The approach is more experience-centric and engaging narrative space to display the most authentic production techniques and cultural heritage. The craftsman gathers the villagers and craftsmen inheriting the craft to set up a craft cooperative, improving the production conditions, efficiency, qualities, and their income. And also, tourists and villagers can also participate and experience the craft here and let more people know about the cultural legacies. So, craftsmen and villagers bring the tourist experience and heritage, while tourists bring the village economic benefits from a mutually beneficial circle. And to let the main grade craftsmen return home, uphold the crafts, will raise awareness of it. to make the xuanzhi alive and better. So the hardware facilities in the factories are very old and cannot meet the quality standard. Since the hardware is insufficient, I look for other software to solve the problem. I think the best software is the millennium-old traditional paper-making craft because it can continuously inject vitality into the workshop. So I think about how to turn it into a spatial language. The craft is about 7 steps: soaking, steaming, pounding, beating, scoping, lifting, and drying. With the different function I present 2 ways in my design. Translate the paper drying process into a spatial framework to visualize the craft, and create the production scenes for other 6 processes to show the authentic techniques. So let's talk about the paper drying process. This is a paper drying board, the smallest unit component for paper drying process. Craftsmen usually arrange them in rows by natural air drying, on the mountainside, in the yard, or under the eaves. And I think this is a temporary area for the village and also has spatial attributes. It is an emotional link to the Wuxi village. So I think how to turn this into architecture itself, it can amplify the craft for more people to see and ensure real daily production. So based on a single drying board, orderly realignment and relates to transformation of function and form, and also obey the angle, shape, and drainage to the old craft. So the new space provides more convenient drying space for the villagers and bring interesting experience for the tourists, make the craft visible. And you can see your small model. With drainage, the paper drying board can be lifted up and down by the traction rope and pulleys, more convenient. And the boards, when drying over, the board can float up via sliding spout component, bring the indoors and out. When open, the side panels transfer to the seat for tourists and villagers to have rest here, and the inner space provides more possibility to show the craft. So the new defined space serves 2 purposes. 1, the production needs, and 2, the need of satisfying the curiosity of the visitors, make the craft visible. And it can also to invite the tourists to come here to participate in the craft, make it a tactile, interactive experience. So the workshop just like a living room of the village. And the structure on both sides is paper drying process. The other process to create the production area, or triggering a real production scenes in the center. So in the past, the old workshop facilities are very old and cannot meet the xuanzhi quality standards. So on one hand, it meets production needs and provides a better workplace for the village. On the other hand, it will show the tourists the local craft and cultural heritage. So it is obey the production order step by step to improve the efficiency compared to the old workshop. Oh, this video. Oh, it's okay. I'm worried about it. The production line runs parallel to the visiting line, and it will let people to see how the traditional material from the raw material to a pieces of xuanzhi, to witness how traditional craft lets the plans step by step to a pieces of paper. So let's look at the model. The central production area just like a stage to show the local craft and rural life. And the structure on both sides serves as a spectator seat, like watching a football race or watching a drama, let people engaged and wanted to feel more. Yeah, you will be immersed in the different sounds of the production and make it a not-to-miss experience. Enough said, no words can explain how a pro to the craft leaves the unique scenes and sounds for every individual who visits the workshop. Yeah. The workshop just like a glue close the distance between the villagers, craftsmen, and the whole village, make the craft well and alive. Let's dive into the functions. The workshop shows the authentic papermaking craft, and the inner space generates income for the villagers and bring interesting experience for the tourists. Ultimately, dried paper can be sold directly here to increase the villagers' income. And the next feature is raw material process, yeah, and let people to know about the origin of the craft. People can also participate to make their own handmade xuanzhi. And the craftsman produce xuanzhi in the center. Children experience making it nearby, create virtual interaction. Many elderly people in the village use the visit xuanzhi to do some handicraft to earn the living, such as the fines, umbrellas, and something else. During the non-production hour, the central production area can transfer to a village market. It's very versatile and invite the tourists, the villagers come here to sell their handicraft to increase their pocket money. And meanwhile, the handicraft demonstrated on site lets the villagers see the more possibilities of the xuanzhi. So the second floor is the rest area. The local craftsmen and villagers can chat together here, have a cup of tea, and see the whole process of the craft. Let's talk about the sustainability. Multiple groups of replaceable wooden framework. And this is made from the green wing-coated string. It is the raw material of xuanzhi. And the life cycle is about 2 to 3 years. After being eliminated, it can be used as the raw material to make xuanzhi again in a circle of reuse and renewal. And you can have a try in this simple. Wuxi village produced different types of the paper, and each has the different texture. And the light, you will see the difference. And it produced the varied spatial effects during drying, and the transparency will change from white to dry. So it endorses a varied spatial form, forming a spontaneous spatial construction. Yeah. And the light and image produced on it to show the local craft history and craft to life. For thousands of years, the relationship of the xuanzhi has provided a symbiotic of the humanity from the local. So these plants are very important from the workshop. It is as a landscape to the space. And these plants are like the guardian into the local. So it is participating of the xuanzhi from zero to the significance in people. So as a designer, I'm all for machine paper production and the urban development, but I want to hope everyone can find a way of the xuanzhi to live better and take roots. So I want to use this methodology to let more people connect with the local craft and that more and more people know about the merit of xuanzhi, online and offline. And let it be well received nowadays. So I want to aim to provide the investment and rural tourism and more possibilities to the craft, to boost the local economy, to let the villagers and craftsmen benefit directly. So let the migrant craftsmen return to their home to continue the craft. So nowadays, Xuan paper has more possibilities, not only focus on the calligraphy and painting, such as the artist and something else. So I hope Wu Tianming's family will live a happier life and inherit the craft for the younger generation. Let the villagers live a better life, happiness and pride. So to find a mutually beneficial circle between the society and the village to make the craft and local heritage better, both the local income. And now, there are many crafts are being forgotten around the world. These crafts are the most important source of income for the locals. So to find a local anchor to solve the problem and increase the headmates index. This is my vision of echoes of xuanzhi. I hope in the future, where xuanzhi lives as a part of economy, heritage, and life. ขอบคุณครับ